The distilled alcoholic beverage of whiskey is made from fermented grain mash. Grains such as barley, corn, rye and wheat are generally used in the process. More interesting is that most of the expensive bottles of whiskey are priced high not due to their quality or taste, but due to the vessels that contain them. Let's have a look at the 10 most expensive bottles of whiskey in the world. Dalmore 62 Single Highland Malt Scotch was released in 1942 in order to honor Alexander Matheson, who had built the legendary Dalmore Distillery in 1839. Only 12 bottles of this Scotch whiskey were made, which is the prime reason for its high price. A bottle of this premium beverage can be bought at a private collector's auction for $58,000, if not more. The rare single malt Scotch whiskey of Glenfiddich features interesting, rich notes of molasses, chocolate, cedar, burnt heather, and oak. The vintage was drawn from a cask that was made in 1937. Offering exquisite composition, only 60 bottles of this whiskey are available worldwide, on auction. The highest price at which Glenfiddich 1937 has been sold at an auction was $71,000 in 2012. Very few bottles of this vintage are known to be released each year, which is the primary reason for its high price tag. The Macallan 1926 is the oldest and the earliest release of Macallan's fine and rare collection. A bottle of this premium drink costs $75,000. One of the few bottles of whiskey that is more than 50 years old and is available for sale online for $78,000. Springbank 1919 was once listed in the Guinness Book of World Records as the most expensive whiskey in the world. Till today, it is one of the most desired whiskies in the world. A bottle of Glenfiddich Janet Sheed Roberts Reserve 1955 was sold for $94,000 in 2012 at an auction in New York and remains to be one of the most expensive bottles of whiskey to have ever been sold. The whiskey is made of barley, pear and heather and is quite rare to find, making it all the more expensive. Only 11 bottles of this whiskey are known to have ever been made. A blend of some of the rich vintages, Dalmore 64 Trinitas features whiskies that are preserved since 939, 1926, 1878, and 1868. Just 3 bottles of this precious whiskey are known to have ever been made, out of which only one is available for sale, for a whopping price of $160,000. The rare whiskey of Dalmore 62 is known to be more than a century old and dates back to the mid-19th century. The decanter that houses the whiskey is made of platinum and crystal, while the wooden mold that is used to create the decanter took over 100 hours to be handcrafted. A bottle of the Macallan 64 and Lalique Syrah Perdue is rare to find and was last seen at an auction in 2010 where it was sold for $464,000. The decanter that houses this whiskey is unique and made of crystal. The Macallan M is one of the oldest and most expensive whiskies in the world. The decanter that contains it is made up of handcrafted crystal and was designed and created by 17 crafters. The last bottle of the Macallan M was sold at an auction in Hong Kong for $628,205. They are aged in Spanish oak for 25 to over 75 years. A bottle of Isabella's Isla is the most expensive whiskey that money can buy. The price tag of more than $6 million that comes with a bottle of this whiskey is because of the decanter that contains it. It features 8,500 diamonds, 300 rubies and exquisite white gold. Talking about the whiskey, it is one of the finest ever and is the epitome of luxury Scotch whiskey. Hope you liked our video. Please subscribe to our channel.